Tara was a senior citizen who came in to see us, and she was harried during the first interview. She came in late and she was just looked scattered, and I said, what's going on? And she described an endless list of volunteer jobs. She was stressed out about her kids that lived all over the country and her grandkids that she wanted to see every month. She was helping her husband run a business. She had a grown disabled son living with her. She had volunteer work at the neighborhood church, and also disability work, advocating for the disabled. So her volunteer work was just endless, and she had all these responsibilities with her son and helping her husband as well. She had a lifelong history of nervous stomach, nervous indigestion. She had tried tranquilizers, antispasmodics, sleeping aids, and all worked a little bit, but she was really interested in working with us with diet. And so she was very eager to start the digestive clearing diet, and she was a little bit surprised that we wanted her to track the foods she was eating, as well as track her moods, as well as good moods, as well as her bad moods. Well, when she came back to follow up, what came clear when she looked back at her thoughts and feelings is how busy she had been, and how stressed out she was just trying to cope with going from meeting to meeting to meeting to helping to helping to helping. She was doing so much volunteer work she couldn't even visit her grandkids, which brought her a lot of joy. So I said, maybe you don't have to do all these activities. And she looked kind of puzzled, and she thought a moment, and she said, maybe I don't. And I said, it just seems like, by your virtue of your notes, that actually these activities are making you stressed out and are interfering with your digestion, because there's this interplay between the stress and the nervous system and the digestive system. So one of the ways that our body tells us to stop is by shutting down our digestive system. So she thought about this some more and said, yeah, maybe I do need to cut back on some of my activities. And I said, that might be a great idea. Specifically, what she took home from the digestive clearing diet is the need to be her own detective and learn from her own moods, as well, positive as well as negative. Specifically for foods, she found that as long as she cooked her foods, she did much better. As long as she stayed away from sweets or just had one cookie, pastry, or cake once a week instead of once a meal, she did much better. And finally, she learned to eliminate a green drink that her neighbor had sold her. We find in our clinic that many of these green drinks can be occasionally good for healthy people, but for people with digestive systems, they can literally shut everything down. It's like cooling everything off and giving you more problems than they help. So we recommended that she go off the green drink, and then she also learned from her own tracking that the cooked foods was the way to go, and minimizing sweets was also very, very beneficial.